I read 6 books in the month of January. Let's go through them with a yes, no, or maybe on if I think they're worth your time. So I'm going to start off with my favorite book of the month at the beginning, and then I'm going to finish off with my least favorite book. And it might be a little bit controversial, and I will explain why. My favorite book I read this month was Breast and Eggs by Meiko Kawakami. It's told in 2 parts. The first part is about a woman and her sister who's obsessed with getting breast implants, and her sister's daughter who doesn't speak. Part 2 is about the same woman from part 1, and now she's exploring non-traditional ways to have a baby in Japan. I thought this was really good, and I did a full review on my page. It is a definite yes. On Sunday, She Picked Flowers by Yaya Schofield is a literary horror book that is both graphic and sapphic and is a really good Southern Gothic. I think if you're into horror books and you're looking for something with a little bit more depth, this is definitely a yes. If you do not like gory things or scary things, this would be a no. The Book of Luke by Lova Holder was so much fun and definitely one of my favorite books of the month. It tells a story about a man who was a reality star, think like Survivor or The Challenge or Traders, and he won, and then many years later, his husband is caught in a scandal, and in order to win his kids back, he needs to go back on the show. I think if you're a fan of reality TV, this is definitely yes. If you're looking for just a fun, messy, gay, crazy read, definitely yes. Reading Interest by Kat DiSabato was a really pleasant and surprising read for me. I'm not a big romance reader, but I felt just with everything going on in the world, I've just needed some things that are a little bit lighter, and this really fit the bill for me. This is a story about a sports reporter, and she is sent on assignment to cover the WNBA. She doesn't really know anything about basketball, but she has to do it for work, and she ends up falling in love with one of the players. It was cute, it was sweet, and it was my favorite outing from 831 Stories. When the Museum is Closed by Emi Yagi was a really interesting book. It's a story about a woman who's lonely, and she gets a part-time job working at a museum, and she starts up a conversation with a Venus statue, and then they sort of fall in love, and it talks a lot about beauty and expectations about women. This was a maybe. It didn't fully land for me, but I think if it sounds interesting to you, you should pick it up. And last, and definitely least, was Half His Age by Jennette McCurdy. I listened to the audiobook of this, and I just did not think it was good. I didn't think that Jennette McCurdy really developed the ideas that she was talking about. Things felt very surface level, and it just didn't go where it needed to go. It just felt edgy for edginess sakes. I just was not a fan of it. I listened to the audiobook, and I do think McCurdy's flat delivery matched the tone of the book, but not good. I would say definitely not worth your time. What's your favorite book you read in January? I would love to hear your book recommendation.